And you started school, right?
Yes.
How is it going? Congratulations.
No, I'm loving everything. I feel like this whole year flew by so fast.
Wow. Really?
Yeah.
Was it everything you expected?
It was everything I expected and honestly more. Like it was just everything. So I'm so happy to be with everybody that I've just loved everyone that I've met.
So, the viral footage of Natalia Bryant partying with NBA stars wasn't just a leak, it was a trap, and the person who said it may still be inside her trusted circle. The clip, less than 20 seconds long, shows her laughing, holding a drink, and leaning in close to an NBA player whose name has not been confirmed. It hit social media at 3:12 a.m. Pacific time, and by sunrise, it had already ignited a scandal that now threatens not only her reputation, but the entire Bryant legacy. The internet isn't simply watching a celebrity daughter at a party. It's dissecting what looks increasingly like a calculated move to expose, embarrass, or control one of the most protected families in Los Angeles.
The message you have to people at home about staying strong and leaning on each other. What is that message? Like, what have you learned about how to be strong and continue and succeed?
I mean, honestly, I've learned the most just from each other. I think just being able to rely on each other and be there for each other has been like the biggest inspiration.
We can see how fast the tone shifted. Within hours, gossip pages turned a private clip into a global conversation. Some insiders say the video didn't come from an outsider or paparazzi drone. It came from someone who was there, someone Natalia trusted. If that is true, then this was no careless slip, but an orchestrated betrayal. And the timing makes it look even worse. Just weeks earlier, Natalia had been praised across entertainment and sports media for directing the Lakers' preseason hype video, a project featuring Magic Johnson, Shohei Ohtani, and Brenda Song. It was a high-profile debut that showed her creative ambition beyond modeling. She posted about it on social media, calling it an honor, and writing, "Lakers family forever." That same month, she graduated from USC's School of Cinematic Arts and appeared in a Nike commercial with Jalen Brunson. She was the poised young face of the next Bryant chapter, until now. The contrast is staggering. She had just walked for Versace in Milan, interned on Beyoncé's Renaissance tour, and appeared on the cover of Town & Country as the new voice of the Bryant legacy. In other words, she had everything going for her. That's why this sudden fall into controversy feels too convenient. We have to ask, who gains from seeing Natalia Bryant's image crumble? Her fame had reached a level where fashion, film, and sports all wanted a piece of her. With that kind of spotlight, jealousy is inevitable. Industry sources claim she had recently declined a collaboration offer with a new influencer agency run by a former friend. Days later, this leak appears. Coincidence or payback?
In an interview in New York Magazine, Kobe Bryant's wife, Vanessa, made some interesting comments about Kobe and winning NBA titles. Here's what she said. I certainly would not want to be married to somebody that can't win championships. Okay. If you're sacrificing time away from my family and myself for the benefit of winning championships, then winning a championship should happen every single.
The event itself raises more questions than it answers. According to multiple attendees, the gathering took place at a private mansion in the Hollywood Hills on October 18th, an invite-only after-hours celebration for several NBA players fresh off a preseason win. Phones were supposedly banned, and guests had signed NDA agreements at the door. The location, security detail, and guest list suggest this was not a casual night out. Yet, somehow, footage emerged showing specific angles from inside the lounge area, angles that appear to come from a phone hidden behind a celebration bucket. One of the players captured in that frame, a rookie guard from the Western Conference, deleted his social accounts less than 12 hours after the leak. Was he trying to hide something? Or was he simply the first domino to fall? We've learned that Natalia believed the night was entirely private. She was told no cameras were allowed, no press, no leaks. That understanding makes the betrayal even deeper. Friends close to the family say she was devastated when the video surfaced. She reportedly called it a setup, and now the conversation has shifted from scandal to sabotage. There's growing speculation that someone inside her social circle was paid to record and release the footage. The motive, insiders claim, could be as simple as profit, or as calculated as a career takedown.
And it made me more excited to be here.
Well, that has to feel like an emotional moment. They talked about it, now you're here. How does that feel?
I'm just so, I don't know, just so over the moon.
Yeah. Like, we got some big names here. Anybody you're hoping to meet?
Oh, honestly, anybody, everyone really, and I'm excited to run into some people too. Oh, hopefully some close family friends. Yeah.
When we connect the dots, the pattern is chilling. Just months ago, the Bryant family stood together at Dodger Stadium to celebrate Kobe Bryant's commemorative bobblehead night, a heartfelt public moment showing unity after years of private healing. Vanessa Bryant, dignified and composed, has worked tirelessly to protect her daughters from public intrusion since the tragedy of 2020. She filed lawsuits, rebuilt charities, and redefined their image through the Mamba and Mambacita Sports Foundation. for her eldest daughter to suddenly be targeted by a digital scandal feels like history repeating itself, grief replaced by humiliation. Vanessa's reaction, according to those close to her, has been swift. She's reportedly furious, calling for an internal review of who in their circle had access to Natalia's calendar and communication logs. One associate who spoke on Background described her as quietly furious and already in revenge mode. She has weathered worse, from tabloid speculation about her own private life to the courtroom battles over unauthorized crash photos. She knows how to fight back. But this time, it's personal, and insiders say she intends to trace every upload and timestamp until the source is exposed. Meanwhile, fans are torn. Some defend Natalia, insisting she's entitled to a social life at 22. Others accuse her of risking her father's legacy. The same online communities that once hailed her as a model of resilience now debate whether she's following in the path of Hollywood excess. But we can't ignore that this isn't the first time unwanted attention has invaded her life. Back in 2022, she was forced to seek legal protection from an alleged stalker who visited her USC campus. Court documents showed she feared for her safety and described constant online harassment. That history of intrusion makes this new violation even harder to dismiss as accidental.
I don't feel I deserve any credit because it's all through him, and I'm so proud of him, and that just the way he pulls through things, and just how he's so independent, and just how he has so much confidence and doesn't need anybody in there. You know what I mean? I'm really, really proud of him.
And you guys have gone through so much yourselves in terms of dealing with us, obviously, and dealing with just getting engaged and so on and so forth. So the culmination of this, where you, I know we can't help it, but the culmination of it all now is that he's an NBA champion and you're about to be married to one. What do you think about that?
The tension is spreading beyond the family. Several NBA franchises are said to be quietly instructing their players to avoid public commentary on the footage. Sponsorship agents are monitoring how brand partners react. Even entertainment companies that worked with Natalia on creative projects are reportedly reviewing damage control plans in case the situation escalates. One studio source told a trade publication that the footage is messy, but the real issue is trust. Who leaked it, and what else might surface? Behind that question lies a larger power struggle. In Los Angeles, the Bryant name carries cultural weight. It symbolizes perseverance, legacy, and financial influence. To undermine that image is to challenge an empire. Natalia's rise in fashion and film positioned her as the next public face of that empire. If someone wanted to destabilize that future, leaking private material would be an effective first strike. Some observers believe the timing, right after her high-profile Lakers collaboration and graduation, suggests a deliberate effort to stop her momentum before it fully took hold.
I talk to her every single day and just, continue to pray for her and stay positive for her. I tell her every day she's the strongest woman I know, and I'm really, really proud of just how she's handling everything, and just want to continue to be there, as much as I can for her as a friend. She's just an amazing human being, just amazing.
We've also noticed a parallel narrative emerging online, speculation about who might stand to benefit from Natalia's embarrassment. Certain entertainment blogs hint that the leak could be part of a broader smear campaign against the Bryant family's ventures in media and sports. Others claim it's connected to rival agencies competing for her signature. Nothing is confirmed, but the theories continue to grow because no one has stepped forward to deny them. As the investigation continues, what's undeniable is the damage. The clip has been reposted thousands of times, dissected frame by frame, and even edited into false montages. Every version chips away at her privacy. Legal experts say the family could pursue civil action if the original source is identified, but digital trails can vanish quickly, and the longer this lingers online, the harder it becomes to contain. Still, those close to the Bryants suggest that Vanessa is already planning her counterattack, quietly, strategically, and with the same precision her late husband brought to the court. She's reportedly consulting both legal and media advisors, determined not just to restore her daughter's image, but to make an example of whoever sold the footage. For now, the public only sees fragments, a viral clip, a few blurry faces, and a family suddenly thrust back into the spotlight. But behind those fragments, a war over reputation and control is brewing. And here's what no one's talking about yet. This wasn't just about Natalia. It was about controlling the Bryant legacy. And Vanessa Bryant? She's already making her next move.
So proud of him. I knew he was going to come through, and he did it. He did it, and I knew it. I knew this was it.
Was it difficult to sit there and watch this go on?
Yeah, I cried. I cried the whole fourth quarter. I didn't know what to do. I couldn't eat. I couldn't drink anything. I was just chilling. That's it.
These guys did such a great job this year, and obviously he says he gives you a lot of credit for sort of keeping him calm and relaxed. Is that kind of a nice feeling to have from him from that angle?
Vanessa isn't just mad. She's plotting. The last time someone crossed her family, it ended with one of the most public legal victories in LA history, a $28.85 million settlement against the county, after first responders shared graphic crash photos. Before that, she secured restraining orders to protect her daughters when unwanted attention threatened their safety. This time, we can sense the same quiet fire building again. She's assembling a team, the same lawyers who took on the system and won, now reportedly tracing the leak that shattered her eldest daughter's privacy. And the whispers say the Bryant name is already tightening its circle. Phones checked, messages scrubbed, contracts reviewed. The NBA, sensing the fallout, is moving fast to distance itself before the storm hits full force. We can already see the first signs of panic. A spokesperson for one West Coast team declined comment on the footage, but confirmed that internal media guidelines were being re-evaluated. Agents are advising their clients to avoid any mention of the Bryants online. Even shoe brands are said to be revisiting upcoming collaborations, worried that a single misstep could ignite fan outrage.
But what if the leak didn't come from an NBA player at all?
What if this was about something bigger? Money, influence, and the fashion world's power politics.
Vanessa, what does Kobe's election into the Hall of Fame mean to you and your daughters?
It's an incredible accomplishment and honor, and we're extremely proud of him. Obviously, we wish that he was here with us to celebrate, but it's definitely the peak of his NBA career and every accomplishment that he had as an athlete.
Sources familiar with the modeling industry point to one potential motive: competition. Natalia Bryant's recent rise has been meteoric. Within a year, she walked for Versace, appeared in a Nike campaign, and signed projects through IMG that link her not only to fashion, but to film. Every brand wants her image, but that kind of momentum doesn't come without enemies. A rival brand, one with deep ties to another modeling agency, allegedly lost a major campaign after Natalia was chosen instead. According to an insider, the leak appeared online just days before that rival unveiled its new ambassador. Was this a coincidence? Or a strategic distraction designed to pull public attention away from a competing launch? The timing feels too precise to ignore. Behind the scenes, digital investigators have begun tracking the original upload, and one early clue reportedly leads to an overseas account previously used for fashion industry promotions. If true, it would mean someone inside the luxury circuit had access to both the footage and the distribution network to make it viral overnight. That kind of operation requires planning and resources, which makes us wonder, who in the fashion hierarchy would benefit most from a Bryant scandal?
With all due respect,
Right.
that is not what she said. She didn't talk about him and his misery.
Right.
She talked about hers. She said, I expect you to win every year. You understand what I'm saying? She intimated that anything less is unacceptable.
Well,
she has basically said that when he doesn't win,
he's tough to deal with.
She's tough.
The deeper we look, the clearer it becomes that this isn't just one woman's humiliation. It's a symptom of a ruthless industry that thrives on quiet destruction. Fashion's elite circles have always had invisible hierarchies, where a new face can rise only when another is quietly erased. Natalia's meteoric climb through IMG, her effortless transition from campus life to global runway, and her ability to bridge athletic heritage with couture glamour placed her in a space no one had ever occupied before. For legacy brands, she wasn't just a model, she was a symbol of crossover appeal, a direct challenge to the old guard who built their reputations through exclusivity and scandal management. That kind of disruption rarely goes unpunished. It's no secret that fashion history is littered with stories of sabotage. Decades of whisper campaigns, leaked fittings, and conveniently timed mistakes have shaped careers and ended them. Insiders recall moments when top models were quietly blacklisted for refusing uncomfortable demands, or when entire ad campaigns were derailed by rumors seeded by competing houses. In that world, a viral clip isn't an accident. It's a weapon. And Natalia's combination of Hollywood lineage, athletic legacy, and youth made her the ultimate target. She wasn't just walking for Versace. She was rewriting what the next generation of celebrity influence looked like. And not everyone wanted that revolution.
She's amazing. I was there helping, doing everything I possibly can to make the process easier for my wife. And, but ultimately, she did all the work. I was just there just trying to help her out.
Now, as brands scramble to distance themselves from the chaos they helped create, The question turns from who leaked the video to why such takedowns keep happening. The fashion system rewards silence, punishes defiance, and turns human beings into headlines at the slightest sign of weakness. Natalia isn't the first young woman to be brought down by a digital leak, but she might be the first one to push back, backed by a family with both power and purpose. If this was a warning shot meant to keep her in line, it may have achieved the opposite. And if they came for Natalia Bryant, who's next? As this unfolds, the NBA's internal anxiety grows. Several players seen in the clip are already facing consequences. One endorsement quietly expired this week. Another was postponed pending review. Agents are erasing photos, tagging histories, even contact traces from party attendants. One athlete's relative claims he was warned days before the event not to get too close to Natalia, though no one will say where that warning came from.
Did someone already know the trap was set? And if they did, why let her walk straight into it?
Kobe Bryant and his wife Vanessa, the now retired Kobe Bryant. So I've got to ask her the first question. What's it like having him hanging around all the time?
We love it.
You do love
Yeah,
it.
we actually do. We got used to him being around the last 3 seasons because of his injuries.
Right.
Yeah, so it's great having him home.
I know you guys are expecting a third daughter, so congratulations. I can highly recommend that.
We can sense how heavy the silence has become. Natalia hasn't made a single public statement. No interviews, no posts, not even a subtle caption. But her quiet isn't weakness. Those who followed her career remember her interviews from last year, where she said she was learning to write her own story, not her father's. It's possible that she's doing exactly that now. Choosing to pause, gather evidence, and speak when it matters most. For someone raised under relentless attention, silence can be power. And the more the world speculates, the more control she keeps over her next move. Vanessa's influence across the entertainment landscape means this silence could be tactical. A PR strategist who once worked with the Bryant estate told us that when Vanessa doesn't respond, it's because she's building leverage. She never reacts emotionally, the source explained. She gathers receipts. That approach is already sending ripples through media circles. Outlets that rushed to post the leaked footage are now quietly deleting copies. The fear of a lawsuit under California's privacy laws is real and expensive. Meanwhile, fashion commentators are starting to connect this scandal to a wider rivalry. Natalia's success in bridging sports culture and high fashion positioned her as the first of a new generation. Young, educated, and untouchable. By taking her down, a competitor doesn't just silence a rival model. They wound an empire. Her name carries Kobe Bryant's legacy, Nike's heritage, and Los Angeles' mythology. To exploit that for clout would be ruthless, but not impossible. And then there's the league's reputation to protect. The NBA has spent years reshaping its image through community programs and family-friendly branding. A viral video linking one of its youngest stars to a Bryant scandal threatens that carefully curated narrative.
Insiders claim that senior officials held an unannounced meeting last week to discuss potential fallout. Containment was the word reportedly used. But how do you contain something the entire internet has already seen?
Yeah, I'm gonna accomplish this. I'm gonna move forward and strive to do this in the future. But everything I set out to do, I did. And he was such at peace, and his wife was just his wonderful wife, Vanessa, was just a few feet away when he was talking to me. And he was I'd never seen him that happy, that at peace. And that's why it just hit me so hard when he ultimately passed away.
Thank you. In the midst of this digital firestorm, we're left with an image of two women, one building her life, the other defending it with everything she has. Vanessa Bryant has weathered grief, lawsuits, and speculation. Natalia has survived obsession, scrutiny, and expectation. Together, they've turned tragedy into legacy. So when we hear that someone may have tried to weaponize their trust for clicks and profit, it's hard not to see it as an act of open war. One thing's clear, this wasn't just a leak. It was a declaration of intent, a message to the Bryant empire that someone out there wants to rewrite their story. But will it work? Or will Vanessa's quiet retaliation expose a network no one expected? Could this be the beginning of the biggest Hollywood sports power clash of the decade? Tell us what you think, and stay tuned, because when the Bryants strike back, the whole world listens. Until next time, stay curious, stay sharp, and remember, in this city, loyalty is always for sale.